Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this video. Shooting this video in 1080p 60 frames per second with the Sony Xperia XZ2 Premium. How does everything look? How does everything sound in this beautiful winter wonderland? The Great Pacific Northwest winter storm warning beginning, well, yesterday, but the snow actually began a few hours ago and it's supposed to go all the way through next Tuesday. Crazy. So you're going to be hearing some rattling, some active noise going on from my tires. I have my cable chains on. I've checked them 3 or 4 times. Everything's connected the way it should be. I put these on every year, but there's a little extra noise going on from there, some rattling. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see what's going on. There's nothing that I can see that is loose, but it's making some noise. So. But right now, everything going great as far as driving in these conditions. It's just beautiful out there. I'm going about 30 miles an hour. Snow's coming down onto my windshield. Windshield wipers are going. Let me know if you see any kind of focus hunting going on with the windshield wipers going back and forth. They're not the best windshield wipers. I'll never buy Bosch again. The guy says they're a great deal. Yeah, well, I went for them and I returned them already, and I'm not going to return them again. I'm just going to use them until they die out on me. There's that sound. You might get a little rattling sound from my iAudi Easy One Touch 2 smartphone dash mount as well from the vibration of the car. Tends to rattle a little bit there with the iAudi in combination to all the vibration. Essential PH-1 might have a successor. They keep talking about this, and it's right now it's in the concept stage, the Essential PH-2. But from what this article is saying, it seems as though this is becoming a bit more real, that the conceptualizing of the Essential PH-2 is something that's going to happen, but there's always a chance that Essential, Andy Rubin, and his team may at the last minute decide not to do this, but they keep talking about this. So I'm at a point in my own mind and thinking that this is going to happen. They're just playing with our minds. Essential PH-2 with Android Q. You're going to have most likely a ceramic device, a beautiful device. They don't know if it's going to be OLED or IPS LCD. And the reason why they're saying this is because of the type of technology that's going to be involved with the display, that they're thinking, well, I got this information over at WCCF Tech, which is where customers come first. And I'll leave a link for that article down below in the description. So they're doing their research and getting it from somebody, okay? Who? I don't know. Again, all this is speculation, rumor, leak, but it just seems as though it's going to happen. And man, I hope so, but it wouldn't be the second half of the year. So we're looking at Android Q on this device. We're looking at stock Android. Pretty sure it's just going to be like pure stock Android experience. You'll have probably a ceramic build, a beautiful build, and a bezel-less display with no notches whatsoever. This will be a device that will feature the front-facing camera and sensors underneath the display, and it would be the first of its kind, and an in-display fingerprint reader as well. And that to me sounds great already. Okay, I don't mind the notch if the device does what it's supposed to do and it's a great experience, but when you can hide all of that underneath the display and yet it worked flawlessly for you, That sounds really, really good to me. You let me know what you think. Let me see. So yeah, it would not have any notches, no pinholes, and they don't know if this will be Qualcomm's ultrasonic fingerprint scanner that doesn't require a light source. And if that is, then we're looking at an OLED display. That's what we're looking at, is an OLED display. If it has that Qualcomm ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. But we don't know if they're going to be able to pull that off or not, from what the article is saying. But if this comes true, and again, I'm taking information from the article into my own words, it would definitely be a beautiful looking device, a futuristic looking device, and the first of its kind. As far as having the camera, the sensor, fingerprint reader all underneath the display. And everything working the way it should be without seeing that hardware. And instead of the IPS LCD display, which if done right, there's nothing wrong with an IPS LCD display. Now, there were some issues with bleeding, light leaks, with some out there and myself on some of the essential PH-1s on the IPS LCD panel. But with the OLED display, you don't typically see that. There's a lot of benefits, and there's also the downsides, you know, with OLED displays. There's pros and cons to everything. But yeah, man, I you know, this would give a lot of companies a run for their money. And I don't know, what's your take on it? Again, I'll have the link down below to this article so you can read it, so you can leave some feedback. But the essential PH-2, second half of the year, Android Q, most likely a 2K display. I don't know the size. It doesn't mention size. I'm thinking probably, I would love to see at least, I mean, 6 inches would be awesome, but I'm thinking if they're going to upgrade from the PH-1 from 5.5 to 5.8 would be cool. A bezel-less display, in-display fingerprint reader, camera, and sensor, and wow. And hopefully the cameras on the back, most likely 1, but I hope it would be 2. I don't even know why I'm saying most likely 1. I mean, it doesn't mention anything about that, but let's just hope that there is 2 and that you have a better camera experience and not have to wait for updates to have your experience be a good one when it comes to taking pictures and shooting video. So how's everything been? I haven't even been paying attention to the video. So how's everything looking as far as any kind of focus hunting, blurring, extra light leaks going on out there, yellow effect, any kind of negativity in the audio? How does everything look? I'm having a nice drive early in the morning, vlogging about the essential PH-2, a possible return by Andy Rubin and his team with the essential PH-2, a follow-up to the essential PH-1, which we know started off at a high price point, did not get recognized, but by those of us who love tech, later on, as we all know, the price dropped and everybody went crazy, and so did the reviews in more of a positive direction, right? Same thing happened with the Razr phone, the original Razr phone. And now we have the Razr phone 2, which I know I'm waiting for that price to drop as well. So, we'll see what happens with that. If it's something that's going to happen, I'm looking forward to it. Second half of the year, the essential PH-2 in-display fingerprint reader and camera, sensor, and all bezel-less display, true bezel-less display, and I hope it's OLED and front dual speakers. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. We don't know what other type of specs will be internally, whether it have wireless charging, whether it be water and dust resistant, you know, I'm sure it's going to support the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855. But we'll have to see whether it has a headphone jack or not. I doubt it. But let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Sony Xperia XZ2 Premium. Shooting this video 1080p 60 frames a second in the snow here in the Pacific Northwest, having a winter storm, and it looks great out there. All right, everybody, I am